Hey everybody, David here with my response to the Music is My Life tag that Beth at Side Records is hoping to get some more circulation in the VC. It's an old tag. We have a lot of new members in the VC, so this would be fun for them to take part in and share their responses. There's 15 questions that are all music related, so let's just jump on in. Question number 1 is, what is the first album you bought with your own money? I guess, if memory serves me correctly, the first album I bought with my own money would have been probably Bobby Brown, and it was his cassette, Don't Be Cruel. It came out in '88. It had the hit songs, My Prerogative, Every Little Step I Take. So I would have been 11, so I would have had to have bought it with either birthday money or allowance. Yeah, so Don't Be Cruel from Bobby Brown. Question 2. What is the first song that you shared with a significant other? Alright, I'm going all the way back to high school, and my high school sweetheart and I shared the song Linger by the Cranberries. I can remember sitting back in her bedroom and we would listen to that song, actually the whole album, but Linger was one that we always really liked. Yeah. Number 3, what is an artist or band that you were introduced to by friends? Well, that would be the Beatles for me. I've told the story before, but my good friend in high school is the one that introduced me to the Beatles. I was wearing an Eric Clapton t-shirt, and he made a comment about it and how he liked the shirt. And then we just got to talking about music, and he told me he was a big Beatles fan, and you know, I told him I hadn't really heard a lot about the Beatles, or at least not that I recalled, other than yesterday. He lent me a few of his CDs, I think Beatles for Sale and Help, and I really liked what I heard on both those albums, and so, yeah, the rest is history. I have all their albums on vinyl. I've got them on CD, or I had them on CD. I've got movies, books, you name it. I've got a lot of Beatle memorabilia, so the Beatles. All right, question 4. A song that describes you. A song that describes me. I guess the song that comes to mind is a song by the Charltons, and it's called Weirdo. I say weirdo because, you know, anyone that knows me thinks that collecting music on vinyl is weird because, you know, with the digital age and CDs and everything, why would anyone want to buy records? People that know me know that I am a big fan of horror movies. Halloween's my favorite time of year, and people just think that that's strange, but hey, it's what I like. So, all right, question 5, a song that you dislike strongly. Anything by Rush. I cannot stand Geddy Lee's voice. I like Alex Lifeson and his guitar work. Neil Peart was an outstanding drummer, but I just cannot get past Geddy Lee's vocals. It's like nails on a chalkboard. If it comes on the radio, I'm going to another station because I can't handle it. I know there's a lot of people out there who are Rush fans. I am not. Okay, question 6. A song that makes you feel emotional or sad. I think I pulled one here. Yeah, okay, here it is. I'm gonna go with Tears in Heaven from Eric Clapton. This is the last track on this. This is the soundtrack to Rush. Not the band Rush. There is no Rush in my collection. This, however, is the movie Rush, and Eric Clapton did the soundtrack. But anyways, in high school, there was a classmate who was killed in a car accident, and I remember going to the visitation, and they were playing Tears in Heaven at the visitation. I still love the song. It's a great song, but I guess it just kind of always brings back memories of my former classmate. So, Tears in Heaven from the album Rush. Let's see. Question 7. What song got you into the music that you love today? I'm a big fan of alternative music, and I'm going to say that these songs, plural, that got me into music that I love today are both entitled Creep. One is by Radiohead, and the other one is by Stone Temple Pilots. Really liked both of those songs. Both happen to be entitled Creep, and they came out about the same time, I want to say. Radiohead came out in '93, and then STP Core came out I want to say the same year, because they were both on the radio at the same time. But actually, no, this came out in '92, so Radiohead Creep, STP Creep. Both those songs kind of got me into the alternative music. All right. First concert. First concert for me was Garth Brooks. He was touring in support of this album. I was a junior in high school and got to see him at Rev Arena. It was an excellent concert. And, you know, I've been to a few other country artists in their concerts. Saw Eric Church. That was a great concert. This is the very first one, though, that I ever went to. What is the best concert you've ever been to? That would be I got to see BRMC. I saw them in Cincinnati. I still have the ticket stub. Saw them in Cincinnati at a small club called Bogarts, and there were 3 bands there that night. The show opened up with Deep Valley, and they were playing songs from their first album and this album, Imagism. And then followed by Death from Above, 1979. They came out and played songs from this album and some of their earlier albums. And then BRMC closed the show. They were playing songs from all their albums. This is the one that was currently available to purchase. And then they played a few new songs that had been previously unreleased. They were since released on their last album. So yeah, that was a great show. It wasn't in an arena. It was just in a small club, but I was literally less than 10 feet from the stage, and it was just awesome. All right, question 10. Band or artist you have never seen live, but you would want to. Going back to my albums I've shown. I've never seen Radiohead. I would love to see them in concert. When they do tour in the US, it's always like major cities, and I'm just not one that wants to drive 3 and 4 hours to see a concert. And the tickets are usually like outrageous in price, so I'd love to see Radiohead, but I probably never will, so I've come to accept that. All right, number 11. What album are you currently playing on your turntable? I am listening to a tribute to Jimi Hendrix. This is the album Stone Free. It's got great artists on here. You've got The Cure, you've got Eric Clapton, Spin Doctors, Buddy Guy's on here, Seal, Jeff Beck, Nigel Kennedy, The Pretenders, PM Dawn, Slash, and Paul Rogers with the band The Gypsies. You've also got Belly, Living Color, the Pat Metheny Group, and they're called Mac, but it's really some members of Pearl Jam and Chris Cornell. So this is an album that's been in my collection for many, many years. I had it originally on CD. I just got it on vinyl, and a tribute to Jimi Hendrix, Stone Free. Your favorite movie musical? Question 12. Favorite movie musical? I would say Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp. I can't remember what it's called, the official title, but it's Sweeney Todd. Yeah, so again, horror. Weirdo. 13. Your favorite song or album from the year you were born? I was born in February 77, and this is my favorite album from the year I was born. This is Eric Clapton's Slow Hand. And my favorite track off this album, I'm gonna have to say Lay Down Sally. It's a fun song. So I like Cocaine. I like Wonderful Tonight. I mean, it's a great album as a whole, but I just have always really liked Lay Down Sally. So, band or artist you own the most albums by? I've got several artists that I have most, if not all, their albums. I've got all of Oasis's catalog. I've got all of Radiohead's, BRMC, of course. But I guess I would say Radiohead is who I have the most. I have all their studio albums, and I have several of their EPs that were released. So yeah, Radiohead's probably who I have the most by. Well, let me think about that, because I have a lot of Beatles too. Yeah, I'm going to say Radiohead. And the last question is a song that gets you pumped. A song that gets me pumped. Song that gets me pumped. That's a tough one. I would say The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson, maybe. That's a song I like to listen to when I'm in a pissed off mood. And when I'm in a pissed off mood, I usually get pumped. So yeah, I would say The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson. So that's my final answer, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so that's 15 questions. Thanks, Beth, for trying to, I guess, revive this old YouTube tag. Again, for all of you that are new to the VC, this would be a fun one for you all to take part in and help us get to know you all a little better. That's going to do it for now. Until next time, take care, and thanks.